All right, so I know it has been a long time since I posted. It has been about 3 months, which is a long, long time. Which is funny because even though I haven't posted in a while, this is some of the most Minecraft I have ever played over a time frame. Over the last month, I was back home visiting family for the holidays, and I just didn't post much. But now that I'm back, I need to show you what I built. Yeah, it's sizable. So, but first, we'll start with the walkway over there, which took a long time as well. So, I'm once again in my 2-year-old, well, now 3-year-old survival world. And so, this is just off of the main pathway. I still need to extend some sort of pathway over to here. And I'll, of course, like make this look all thing. I do have a building plan for right here. That's for the future. But so for the walkway, I tried to do this somewhat like modern, but not too modern design. Where it's just brick going down into the water thing. And the reason why I didn't just make it straight right here was it kind of looked funky with this edge here. Um, Also, I'll get into that later. There's now bricks around the island, but this was the walkway, and there we have it. That is the brand new mob farm. So if you didn't know, I didn't actually have a mob farm on this world before this one. And here, let's just give it a little fly around. It's definitely one of the biggest in survival, not ever built, but on a solo single player world, yeah, this is definitely bigger than anyone would ever need. In fact, it's so big that you might notice I don't have shaders on anymore because the combination from the lag from the chests and the mob farm, my computer just can't handle it with recording. Underneath here, we have this all lit up because don't want any mobs spawning under here. And then as for the water and everything, unfortunately, just have to deal with it. Like during the nighttime, the rates aren't as good. And then this is the just basic room for all the chests and everything. Where hasn't been I haven't had it in for that long, but it's definitely more efficient than I need it to be. And then another cool feature is, oh, I don't want this, I don't want this. Yeah, I don't need flesh. No, I don't need arrows. I added just a trash can right here. So that way you can throw away any stuff that you don't want. The lighting in this room does need to be adjusted, but for now it's pretty basic. It works. Now, how does it work? Because you see that there's a drop pillar here and a drop pillar here. These are the two death chambers. And what's so important about it provides more chests. I believe this side is more efficient. Yeah, this side is more efficient than that side because it's getting like I believe 60 or 70% of the mobs versus only 30 to 40% on this side. But still, it provides me like way more chests to store all the stuff. Now you can kind of see what was built under here. That helps run the mob farm. Surprisingly, it's just a simple little redstone circuit. But underneath here, there's quite literally nothing. It's I might do something down here in the future, but probably not. A lot of it's just hollow. This is all just structural work. Doesn't really need anything. But as we move up here, you can see the death pillars here. But as we move up here into the dome, this is where I spent a lot of my time. So, of course, we have, the death drops there. But all the forest, I wanted birch, oak, spruce, and cherry blossoms. Of course, I love cherry blossoms. But I wanted all of those, and I wanted it to be big enough in here to fly around. Because in the future, I'm thinking about adding a elytra track to have elytra races in here. It's definitely small, but it can be like a small track. So that might be a little fun mini game to play. But it really is just massive in here. I made sure it looks nice because, like, when you're walking like this, you don't realize you're inside of a building. Like, this was all the grass, everything was placed by hand, and it took a long time. Like, this is all one massive structure, and sometimes it gets so big that it gets overwhelming, and it's dizzyingly large. But back to how this all works. So we have the 2 drops here. So, and all of that under there is water. So how this all works is there's 9 pillars going up, and then there's water underneath all of them to catch all the mobs, and then it pushes them to the middle here. Yep, this little square here, and then that, I believe that one goes into here. Yeah, and then that one goes into here, and then they drop down. And all of this is using water pushing down. Now, you might be wondering what this redstone is. And what this all is it's connected down here to the clock that I showed you earlier, because I had this operational before making all of the forest here. And this all goes up, goes around, and then that shooting the circuits up into the 9 towers. So all the 9 towers are getting powered by redstone. They're getting powered on and off, on and off. So now let us go into the actual farm itself. It is dark, so I do apologize. But here, look. Can't turn up brightness anymore, unfortunately. But here's how it looks on the inside. You have the 9 pillars, and then you have all of the water. Here, we can actually, I know it's dark, so I do apologize. Can't really see. This is all of the waterways. All of this pushes the mobs down into the square, and then the square, that is quite the backup, pushes them down. And there's no lava, because I didn't want any lava, because that kind of mess with the rates for everything. But you can tell it spawns plenty of mobs just being around, even in here, it doesn't matter. And all the redstone goes up. Now, these are the pillars for all the redstone. Let's actually, I want to show you guys what that actually looks like. Here we go. So all this is there's an observer here, a dispenser here with water. So the redstone goes up, dispenses the water, that use it, and then activates the water above it. So if we're a mob, we're just standing here, we're hanging out, and we just get pushed by the water continuously. Again, and then over time, we'll see if it actually pushes me off this time, probably not. Over time, if we move a little bit, the water eventually pushes us completely off down here, and then that brings us all the way over here. Now, as you can tell, it's not spider-proof. I might change that in the future, but for now, I don't mind getting the string, because I'm going to make wool out of it. So at the moment, it's not spider-proof. It definitely hurts the rates a little bit, but fine. I also don't know the exact rates of the mob farm. I don't have any specifics like that. But what I can tell you is that it's plenty efficient for just me. It also, because it spawns creepers, I don't need a creeper farm, which I didn't want to make. So, because I was thinking about it, gunpowder is used for TNT and for fireworks. And with this farm, I get plenty for all the fireworks and TNT that I need. So, this all works really well. Give me everything I need. And that's about it in here. Let's get out of here before the skeleton gets us. You can tell, yeah, it spawns a whole bunch on top. And out we go. So it's pretty efficient. And if you're wondering who built the design, it was me, myself, and I. This was entirely self-designed. I looked at like other ones, like the pillar idea wasn't completely unique, but I've never seen it like arranged in this sort of fashion where it's just this size. Everything else that I've seen is not as big, not as chunky like this, but I don't know what to say. It's just how I built it. And so it's a completely unique design. It's probably not 100% efficient compared to other people's, but I wanted to do this redstone project completely like solo. I didn't want to have to look up a guide or anything like that, which is also another reason why it took 3 months to build. This was not an easy build, especially because one of the biggest things, and I'm not the biggest fan, was these X's going up. That is really just a big giant ugly cube, and I need like it's just missing texture. So I might add texture in the future, but at the moment it's kind of charming just seeing a cube. So the giant cube is just a little bit ugly at points, just because it's lacking texture. Because like underneath, this is kind of cool looking with the forest and everything, but it's missing the texture up top. So that is the mob farm. Give it one more fly around. I mean, you can just see the sheer size of the platform underneath. Where there we go. Like the sheer size of it is just monstrous. Oh, and one last feature is yes, this is slabs on top. Nothing can spawn. It's completely spawn proof because it's slab. That was very important. And I lit that up for the same reason. So everything around it is spawn proofed as well as I could. And this was actually all built, and then I added the pathway later. You know. Oh, and I did want to make sure to do the underside, just in case I add anything like walkways underneath. And tell I didn't spawn proof this area yet because I'm gonna be building here eventually. So, but that's the biggest build that I built since I've last checked in. And that's also like kind of the technical aspects of it all. But I want to show you guys just another build. This was a more low-key build because I needed a lot of glass for that. And so I have just the tree farm here and then the other tree farm right there. So many baddies out. But so I have these tree farms, and honestly, I just mine them. It's really quick. It's really efficient. Don't have to use TNT or anything like that, like an automatic. I realized I was running through so much coal, smelting all the glass that I was running out. I needed to make charcoal. Now, I could have just used my normal super smelter, but I kind of wanted to add a building with its own purpose. I had this little empty space here, so I ended up making just like a little, it's just a smelter. It is like a little bit better than a normal super smelter. But in here, I just burn wood to make charcoal, and I can sit back here. And I added the coal for effects, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And if we come back around here, this is actually the walkway to the bridge off the island right here. Also, that's another empty spot of the island. If you guys have any ideas, drop it in the comments down below for what you want there. Because I don't know what to put here. It's not that big of a spot of land. It also has the train running through there. Here's the problems with it. So it has that walkway there to it. And then it has the train station here, which train station is the very first thing I built ever on this island. Also, yeah, this hasn't been built yet. I don't know where I want to train to. But actually, I do know where I want to go to. But that's a future video, long time out. Another major project. So that's that. But what do you guys want to hear? This is completely unused land. It's decently big. We can have like an state building, I guess, if you want it right along the railway. Add some walkways or gardens here to make it look nice underneath the rail. You know, whatever works for you guys. It also has a good view of the SDSU sign, which is my college. So it has, you know, good views, good part of the world. Whatever you guys want to be built here, I will try to build it. A lot of land. And it's prime real estate because it's on the island, not off the island. Like this, I couldn't build this on the island. I completely ran out of room. You know, because I have what? This little area here. I have this land here, like behind the main tower, but it's not ideal. Yeah, I have the golf course out here, which honestly the golf course can be built over. Like if I choose to, I will just build over the golf course. Also, the golf course is yet to be finished. Like it's almost done, but I got bored with it. It's not exactly an interesting project to build. So yeah, we have this land over here, so that's not bad. But once again, pretty not the most usable land. Maybe I'll build like a little tower here. Something good. So we're kind of running out of land on the island. We'll see what ends up happening. I've already built things off of the island for this video, these videos. I made videos on all of these, and of course the YouTuber area. So that's about that. Oh, the last thing. I wanted to show you guys the outside of the building. So here, let me look from the bridge. It's a little smokestack because it's making charcoal, so I want it to be all smoky and everything like that. Also, this brick, I did this all around the island. Didn't take too long, just like a day, and did that just so it has like more of an edge around the island. Alrighty, before I sign off with you guys, I of course need to do my sign shout out. Every single episode that I do for YouTube, I put you on a sign. Also, last video, if you saw it, that's the little 100 subscriber special. But thank you, Maybe Tech MC, for commenting on my last video. The title of the video was 100, so Maybe Tech MC, welcome to the Fountain Garden. If you have a featured comment that I like, I will put your name on a sign and add you to the Fountain Garden. So, Maybe Tech MC, thank you for watching. And thank you everyone else for watching. It does mean a lot. I know I've been gone a while, but I do hope you enjoyed this video. And have a great day.